Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hound. And today we have a community video replay from Dom, or CraziiDom. Some of you would have known him. He frequently pops up in the chat in our live streams and does a bit of stream sniping. And to be honest with you, I'm so glad he sent me this. I've only just received it this morning. Well, this afternoon, and it is the tier 6 Russian battleship, the Sinop. Now, it's a ship I've really struggled with to get to grips with. I've not had much joy. I've had some okay games, but nothing quite like this. Now, obviously, it's a tier 6 battleship. It's a close range, not brawler, got an angle, weird bloody ship that I hate, but it's going to be a little bit of a slow start because the key to these is basically getting in close. You seem to need to be 10 to 8 kilometers before you can really start doing any sort of effective damage against the enemies. So we're just going to enjoy the scenery and my fancy color correction and editing skills that I've been trying to master. It does look pretty, doesn't it? Alright, anyway, so CraziiDom is doing, well, about the perfect move that he can make on this map, is heading straight down towards the centre because you've got the islands between you and you need to get in close because this ship makes German accuracy look accurate, particularly at range. I'm wondering, obviously, like I'm assuming quite a few of you out there have managed to get to grips with the Russian ships, and hopefully someone else has tried out Gallivor. I can see it's pretty clear that Dom uses, is it Kedrov? I think Kedrov is the name, the same sort of brawler spec guy that has the increase in turret traverse speed as me, but Gallivor gives you better range. You can shoot up to 18 kilometers. So is that any good? What commander setups are you guys using? Because it could just be that I'm like, yeah, the guns are crap, use Kedrov, get close and hope for the best. Or does a build with Gallivor actually give this ship the well-deserved, you know, the accuracy, to the assistance that personally I feel this ship needs. Like, it's amazing up close, but until you get up close, you know, you're doing that over pens and ricochets. But 4K first salvo, it could have been worse. Could have, at least he hit him. So out of what was that, two shells out of the, it's only 4 we fired in all fairness, so it doesn't seem that bad. And there's an Aoba who's stuck and backing up on what we got, 12 and a half kilometers out. Now I'm pretty confident if you'd done that in an American battleship or with a French, he'd be dead. But no, when you get one hit out of 4 shells from 11 kilometers, this is what I hate about this ship. But don't worry, Dom is going to show us what to do when you get close and just how brutal this is and how much of a pounding it can take. Obviously, like you can see, Dom's not showing his broadside to anyone, and that is quite key to effectively using this ship, because I think it has a viewing port down either side. So if you turn sideways, all they've got to do is pierce through the glass to hit your citadel. It definitely has very weak side armor, but you, with a bit of angling, it's super tanky. It's a bit like, it kind of reminds me of the Nelson, and I absolutely suck in the Nelson, so I don't want to take anything away from these ships, because obviously there are people out there who love it and who have figured it out. Just like Dom here, it's like the Nelson. If you go broadside in the Nelson, you're gonna feel the pain. Very much the same with the Russian line in general. But angle it right, and it will bounce everything. You've got absolutely nothing to fear. So yeah, you can't get flanked in this ship, and so Dom is being cautious, I think is the right word, which is exactly what you want to do. He's trying to make sure there's nothing going to be flanking him, so then he can push into the centre and try and get a bit more damage on the go. So only 18,000 so far. So I know that doesn't seem all that impressive. It's not. It's some people might even say it's not even mediocre. But he's going to make up for that. He's going to make up for that in a big way in the second half of the game. And let's be honest, the engagements haven't exactly been forceful by either team. Both teams have been playing this game pretty passively. But Dom's going to change that. Dom is going to force them to fight as he comes around the corner. So he's 11 kilometers out from the Leon. 2 turrets, and well, that was a decent amount of hits. A bunch of over penetrations, which meant he only managed to get 10,000 damage out of that salvo. But he's looking around, so he's got an Ismail, a Johnny, a Colorado, and a Leon, and he's pretty much over here solo. He's not really. No one else is really pushing, and he's trying to kill that Johnny. He's trying to protect that flank, which is now completely exposed, and unfortunately gives a bit too much lead on that shot, and only scores 2,000 damage. And that's when the Ismail decides to pop around the corner. But his destroyer, did he do him a favour by dropping that smoke, or did he just hinder any possible future shells being fired? So what are we, 10.5 kilometers? Let's see if these guns do anything at 10.5 kilometers. 7,000 damage salvo to a broadside Ismail. That could have been significantly better. And he does take a nasty bit of damage back. But as you can see, he's backing up and he's reversing to angle against the Ismail as he fires up his repair ability and chucks his plane out. So let's try that again. The Ismail has stopped, which is probably why the last salvo didn't do much damage. And yep, get fucked. Devastating strike, 4 Citadel hits. So when these guns work, they just absolutely knock the pants off whoever's unfortunate enough to be in the way. And that's taken his damage up to 86,000 and landed him a first kill. And obviously that was a devastating strike. So well played. So it's the Leon. The Leon smartly slows down and turns and renders that salvo pretty much worthless. You can see he's getting frustrated by the Bajani, and the Bajani, fair play, he's playing it well. He's constantly going in and aggravating, and it's the right time. And you know, he's got Dom's got 2 battleships in front of him, so you know he needs to be focusing on them, and the Bajani's just taking advantage and causing fires. And there we go, high caliber award for a pretty nice salvo on the Colorado, taking him down to almost half health. Now, so he's got 3 ships shooting at him here. He had 4, and just look how much damage he's tanking. Like, yes, he's getting hit. Yes, he's getting hurt, obviously. But a Leon and a Colorado, two ships I particularly like for the fact of how much pain they can actually dish out. And this Leon looks like he's going for a full broadside. Ooh, he's going to regret it, because that was a nasty hit. And a full salvo from a Leon took like 4,000 damage. Tanky when angled correctly. You do have to be careful though, because the controller disconnected. Dom, that's not good. It can some of the tier 7s can penetrate it through the front, which is not great. So shot at the bows, and as expected, didn't really do any damage to the Colorado. I don't think he did any damage to the Colorado then. Well, if you're going to shoot at the bow of a ship, just a sort of top tip, never shoot for the center. You want to shoot for the side, because that's where the armor's weakest. But if they're dead straight like that, save your ammo. It's just a waste, unless it's a cruiser, obviously. But I'm talking about battleships here. So he's trying to decide what to shoot at. Like, is it worth? See, he's showing a bit there, and the shells go through because he hit not the center of the ship, the side, and a bit of angle, and you can start causing damage. Personally, I probably would have shot for the Leon, but I haven't done this well in the Sinop, so who am I to judge? And then another full broadside from the Leon, and besides most of them missing because it's a Leon, the ones that did hit did absolutely nothing. We've taken, what, 10,000 damage, and done... since we came around this corner, if we're going to count that, we'll wait for it to total up. So, yeah, since getting here, we've taken what's that, 30,000 damage, but dished out 140. Well played, and that just goes to show how tanky this. And now he's got to deal with a New Orleans as well. Now, this New Orleans gets so incredibly lucky here, and the shells just harmlessly fly around him, and he's turning broadside, gets hit, and it's just, was that an overpen? 2 penetrations and an overpen. He just got incredibly lucky. If that was me in that New Orleans, I would have instantly exploded. And he takes a nasty little salvo, nasty little hit in the side from the New Orleans, who obviously switched to armor piercing, but he's looking, he wants to finish that Leon. And see the accuracy, this is what I mean, and that's at 7.8 kilometers. And those shots were good. Those shots were on target. So I don't know. To me personally, I feel like these Russian battleships are just out to troll me. Like, how are the cruisers so accurate and have such good range, and then the battleships be completely different, the exact opposite, short range shotguns. As the Leon smartly switches to high explosive to set him on fire, because, well, let's be honest, he's not done any damage with any of the salvos, the armor piercing salvos he's been firing. The New Orleans bravely comes charging it around the corner without having his guns loaded, trying to take out the destroyer, which he does do. Is he going to get a bit more success this time? See, that was a smart move. Dom waited and held to try and see what he was going to do, because he's got a nasty habit of switching around. So he's left him with it in his underpants. He's got nothing left. Just one shot from one friendly ship would see that New Mexico go down. But unfortunately, he's pushing you on his own, and he's just got set on fire. He has no repair kits left, and unfortunately that is the end of that. But a fantastic game by Dom, showing just how to use the Sinop, even though he still didn't have an easy time about it. So he finishes second on his board, 188,000 damage, high caliber, devastating strike, 2 kills, and he comes top and 2,500 elite XP. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care.